One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family, one people, one planet, one love. One family.
Good morning and welcome to SoulCall Sunday on this final Sunday of 2021. And this morning, as we explore the last week of our theme for December, which is From Darkness to Light, we're going to call in, it just so happens it coincides with the really fabulous, beautiful, rich celebration of Kwanzaa. And so a little bit later, we're going to invite Reverend Christie Hardwick and Natalia Zukerman. We're going to come in together into the Zoom room and welcome in the celebration of Kwanzaa together. So this morning, we hope you had a really fantastic Christmas and Christmas Eve, and that the light of that consciousness was born in the cradle of your heart, in the cradle of your consciousness, and that you're out there being the holly jolly this year, out there being the light, wherever you are, showing up as beauty and goodness, patience and kindness, and who you truly are, what your soul's calling on the planet as we celebrate this time of the year. It's so euphoric. It's such an amazing time of the year. And this morning, we're going to start with a celebration of Qigong, bringing in the light, and Deborah Weisenberger-Lippitz.
Hello, everyone. We continue having an outside experience with an inner understanding, connecting inside. Please, as always, from inside your holy space, move forward to infinite space, backwards to infinite space, both sides, up, down, and every space in between. Expanding in all directions, connecting us all, heart to heart and mind to mind. All the way as far as you can go, gather all the healing chi, good wisdom information, and pull it back gently, merging inside your holy place, and gently close the eyes. Now, connecting inside, allow the hands to move up, palms facing inside, moving up, opening inside to the throat area as chi moves all the way up to the top of the head. Interlace the fingers, then turn the palms outward and extend the arms outward as straight as you can without locking the elbows. Now relax the shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Holding this position, invite the chi field to support you. From tip to toe, the chi field supports you so you can relax, let go. Deeper breathing, then a big inhalation, hold, then release. Big inhalation, hold, and release. Big inhalation. Hold. And release. Now allow the hands to slowly move down. Open the fingers and place the center of each palm on top of the navel. Allow bone to do chi. Then relax the hands to both sides. Open the eyes, smiling from the inside out. And give thanks, knowing you can continue this practice for as long as you like, as long as it feels good to you.
Thank you, Deborah. Let's just take that into a prayer. Oh, infinite divine beloved, as we open to a greater awareness, a greater realization, a greater expression of the divinity of our nature, tapping into the divine intelligence that powers our cells, lights our speech, lights our thoughts, lights our breath, lights our being. We tune our will with the infinite will of the infinite universe and allow for this greater sharing of light. Guide our thoughts, guide our steps so that we show up where we need to be, and always as a harbinger of divine light. Om. Amen. Please enjoy this beautiful offering of Seek Her 7, which is Natalia, Zukerman, and myself, as we offer a beautiful rendition of Bobby McFerrin's of the 23rd Psalm. Enjoy.
The Lord is my shepherd, I have all I need. She makes me lie down in green meadows, beside the still waters she will lead. She restores my soul, she rights my wrongs. She leads me in a path of good things and fills my heart with songs. Even though I walk through a dark and dreary land, there is nothing that can shake me. She has said she won't forsake me. I'm in her hands. She sets a table before me in the presence of my foes. She anoints my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely, surely goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life, and I will live in her house forever, forever and ever. our mother and daughter, and to the Holy of Holies, as it was in the beginning, is now and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Just breathing that in, that stillness, that sacred connection to light, to life, to love, to joy, to infinite source, cosmic consciousness. I'm so excited right now to invite Reverend Christie Hardwick and Natalia Zukerman in, and we are going to kick off the celebration of Kwanzaa together this morning. So welcome in Christie and Natalia. We're so happy to be celebrating together the final Sunday of 2021 with the beautiful and really sacred ceremony of Kwanzaa. And so take it away, Reverend Christie. You're going to lead us through this beautiful practice.
Thank you. So happy to be here with you two wonderful people, goddesses, spirits, lights. And we will go through the process of the celebration of Kwanzaa, which is a 7-day process that starts today. And it has 7 candles with different meanings. And it's something that started in the 1960s as a result of the civil rights movement. There was a feeling that we needed something to mark the occasion of gaining more freedom, more presence, more light as people, and to connect together in a way, in a ceremony. So this was created in also thinking about the connections we had with the African continent. So you notice the colors that I'm wearing, the red and the green and the black, and the candles being red, green, and black. And many flags that you'll find in African nations will have 1 or 2 or all of these colors in them. But for Kwanzaa, this set of candles represent several things. First, the black represents the people themselves. We know that the African-American nation, once called Negro, once called other names, took on the common term black. So we have the black candle for the people themselves. The red for the struggles, for sometimes the bloodshed, for the challenges. And the green for the future and hope. So these colors are meaningful, and each of the candles have a meaning. The language that was chosen, which is a language of 4 nations, at least 4 nations, on the African continent, is Swahili. So we'll do our best to pronounce the Swahili words. For anyone out there who speaks it, you can forgive us. And we speak it in order to invoke the ancestors, in order to invoke the spirit of this celebration of community. So we will begin. And this very first candle that you light, and there's a ceremonial process for this, that you actually light first the candle in the middle.
All right. And that first candle honors umoja, or unity. And that's when the goal of unity in family, community, nation, and race is declared. And what unity resonates as for me right now with regard to unity of family, community, nation, and race is to recognize that inherent sacred right to exist on the planet as love. And that's where we all are one, letting go of these ego ideas that separate us and coming together as this one beautiful flame. Right in the center of it all, at the center of each one of us, is that unity flame of divine consciousness and love, where we can connect to the higher ideals of how to sustain beautiful human life on planet Earth and peace to all sentient beings at the same time.
Beautiful, thank you. The next candle, which would be on the 2nd day of Kwanzaa, is here on the left. It's your red candle, and I believe that one is Natalia's going to help us with.
I am.
That was,
No, I think it's you.
it's yours.
Self-determination.
Is it for me? Okay.
Yeah.
For you.
I can talk about it, but rock on.
we divvied these out, and I now that I see the Swahili word, then I know that it's mine. Okay. Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia or let's try it again.
Gulia.
Kujichagulia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gulia. Let's try that Gulia. My Italian is slipping into my Swahili. Okay. Kagulia is self-determination. This idea of self-determination for our own responsibility for lifting our lives, our own responsibility for determining who we're going to be in the world and how we're going to be in the world, especially coming out of the civil rights movement. As you can imagine, there were lots of things you could blame for not being able to move forward. And while recognizing those obstacles, this celebration wanted to make sure that self-determination, remembering that you can determine how you're going to be in the world, was an important value for our culture and for our communities and for the nation. And for me, self-determination is something positive. It's not about selfishness. It's about the idea of paying attention to what is yours to do, what is yours to own, what is yours to give. So self-determination, unity, self-determination, two beautiful values in this Kwanzaa celebration. And I think I might have the next one also. You go from the middle to the left, which is on the red, and then you go to the green on the right. This is the order in which you light the candles. There we go. Okay. And the third candle, the green candle, is collective work and accountability. And let me get the Swahili word for that. Ujima. Ujima. Collective work and responsibility. Again, this idea of coming out of a movement where we're fighting for rights and fighting for the ability to vote, fighting for the ability to sit where we want to sit, be in which part of the bus, which part of the classroom, which part of the library, all of those fights, all those challenges, then culminate in the idea of collective work and responsibility. How can we work together? How can we make sure that we're pushing the same thing up the hill? And we are responsible for each other. So being responsible for noticing whether your brother or sister has some kind of a business that you can support. Collective work and responsibility. We work together. And we know that this is a value that this nation and all nations need every day. Collectively working for good, being responsible to each other, being responsible for each other, and how we treat the environment and how we treat each other and how we treat our neighbors. Collective work and responsibility, another wonderful value. Unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility. We go from the center to the left, red, to the right, green, and then back to the red again. For cooperative economics. And there is a Swahili word for that also, Ujamaa. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. And this is that idea of, we know that so much has been built in this nation and other nations on the backs of other people, on the backs of labor, on the backs of enslaved people, on the backs of people who maybe didn't get their fair shake in terms of how they're being paid and cared for. And we know that sometimes a smaller group of people benefited. So this idea coming out of the civil rights movement was to say, let's be cooperative in our economics. Let's make sure that we are buying and selling in a way that is beneficial to the whole for the community. For us today, we pay attention to how we cooperate, who we buy from, who we support, where we source things from, paying attention. Where do things come from? How do I cooperate with the economy that's actually beneficial to all? Cooperative economics, unity, self-determination, collective work responsibility, cooperative economics. You can see a theme here, the idea of bonding and working closely together. Now we go from the red back to the green. have my wonderful colleagues, Natalia, support us with this.
Yeah, I'm going to read this first. It says, Day 5 is dedicated to Nia, which means purpose. The idea behind this is to embolden the participant to make their collective vocation, to build and develop their community, to restore their traditional greatness. I love that, to restore traditional greatness. To get back to whatever is the root of your purpose. And sometimes I find we think about purpose and we get a little overwhelmed of what is my purpose? Sometimes it can be as simple as spreading joy. Sometimes it can be as simple as doing no harm. So an original purpose, I think, for everyone is to tread lightly, live in a community that emboldens you and makes you feel like you can be your best self. So that seems like purpose, a purposeful life, well led.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
I love that word too, Nia. I actually
Yeah.
invest with an all-woman-owned diverse company that's called Nia. Their purpose. Okay, and this candle, now we're back to the red. I think this is also Natalia.
Again, Kumbha. Sixth day's theme and represents creativity. It encourages the use of the participants' talents to beautify and inspire the world at large, while also understanding the importance of preserving the earth for the following generations. Beautiful. And so this one's red, yes?
Yes.
It's so interesting, and I think about our innate creativity. We all need to, not need to, but we can be in touch with it. It's a way to, I'm curious about the redness of it, that in order to transform and transmute some hard experiences in life, the best way I find is to be creative with it, to write about it, to sing about it, dance about it, find ways to move it through your body and express it to others, and away from your own story of it a little bit, and get into the joy of making. So it's interesting that it's on that side.
Yes. And reminding us that in creativity, many times people who are in an oppressed state have to really struggle to be creative, to allow their creativity and their light to shine. Yes.
Right.
Beautiful. And day 7, the final green candle.
The last day of Kwanzaa is closed out with Imani, which is faith. And I feel weaving all of these things together, some of what Natalia just said so beautifully with regard to creativity, and what Reverend Christie shared with, sometimes it's really hard to bring that forth. I think some of the music and the dancing, as you were saying, is so connected to source, through faith, knowing that this too shall pass is a thing, but recognizing the righteousness and the victory of the struggle and expressing that. I feel like this faith is inherent. It's not a form of dogma. It's just so raw right there. There's no veil between the art and the expression. It comes through Imani, through faith in source, faith then in self, and faith in community, to move through this and celebrate life. It's kind of like that taproot flame again of faith that weaves through all of these beautiful qualities. And Imani, I love it.
Beautiful. I feel the warmth from the candles through the computer.
Yeah.
Imagine this happening all over the country, and people near and far lighting these candles in celebration of Kwanzaa, in celebration of other traditions, and know that you are with us in spirit, in unity, in self-determination, in collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith.
Beautiful. Thank you, Reverend Christie, and thank you, Natalia. And it's so, it reminds me of the work that we get to do together with SoulCall, just weaving all these traits together and bringing forth more light in the world. It's an honor and a privilege to work this closely with both of you and for all that we get to do together. So I wish you all the best in the new year. And I know we've got some more fun planned, but this sacred opportunity for Kwanzaa really meant a lot to, I know, all of us. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Cascada de luna, cascada de sol, me baño de luz cristalina y cristalina me voy, cristalina me voy, cristalina me voy. Navego un mar estrellado, diluvio sideral. Abro el pecho infinito, de donde fluye el manantial, de donde fluye el manantial, de donde fluye el manantial. Abro el pecho y canto, abro el pecho y canto. Abro el pecho y canto, abro el pecho. Corazón global, corazón global, corazón global, corazón global, abriendo pecho corazón global, corazón, corazón global, ábreme mi corazón global, este corazón me guía, este corazón me llama, este corazón. One people, one planet, one love, one family, 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 one people, one planet. 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 One love, one family. One people, one planet, one love.
Please enjoy this year-end reel of fun, laughter, joy, all of the offerings that came forth from SoulCall during the past year. It was our first full year since we started in April of 2020. This was our first full year. And thank you, Natalia Zukerman, for putting together a highlight reel of some of the best of 2021. Enjoy.
rushing along with this inner connection.
Buongiorno. Welcome to SoulCall Sunday. I'm Reverend Christie Hardwick, broadcasting from Italy today.
A little more subtle. But know that you are loved. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and celebrating Kwanzaa with us. Take one of those character traits and qualities and try to live it. Maybe take one per day and live that in your world, in your consciousness. Bring that into being wherever you are. And know that you've got our prayer team behind you, sending you healing light and prayers. If you're in need of prayers, please reach out at prayers@soulcallglobal.org. And we also want to thank you for your donations. Our SoulCall Santa was able to support over 75 families and individuals just this past week. So we thank you for that. We raised close to $7,000, and that was the last time I checked. And we're still helping people get through the winter and through the holidays. We thank you so much for this opportunity to give. We are working with people in several cities and a couple different countries this year. So we are, in fact, a conscious global community, and we're growing and growing. And it's all because of you, one individual at a time, creates this global community. And I just want you to know how much we all appreciate that here at SoulCall, our Soul Squad, the creative team, the ministry team. We can't do any of this without you. So your donations, soulcallglobal.org/donate, are put to very good use every single day. So thank you. And no amount is too great or too small. We accept, and know that you can write it off on your taxes, as we are a 501c3 organization. We thank you for that. There will be no SoulCall Sunday Rewind today. Also, there'll be no Monday meditation on Monday the 27th. However, there will be a New Year's Eve meditation that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern to 6:45. And you can click for the link on the website, go to events and classes, and click on the link for New Year's Eve, just like we did Christmas Eve, beautiful Christmas Eve meditation. We'll do the same for New Year's Eve, 6 p.m. Eastern to 6:45. So no rewind today, no meditation on the 27th, but we'll have it again coming up. And check the newsletter. Share us with your friends on social media. Maybe share the talks that are your favorites. Maybe share our music videos with people. Go to our YouTube channel, SoulCall Global, and start circulating us this year. We appreciate all of you who have been doing that. And we're reaching a greater global audience. So we thank you for your sharing of this goodness. It helps. You matter, and we appreciate your help. But check the emails, not the emails, check the newsletter for updates on Natalia Zukerman's yoga practice. She'll be doing once a month, every first Monday of the month at 5 p.m. Eastern. She'll be live and in person doing yoga. And you can check for some pre-recorded opportunities of doing a full yoga practice so that you can do it whenever you want. And then once a month, you'll have the opportunity to be in the room with Natalia, and she can help you if you have questions or thoughts and things like that. So we're very excited about that. And some new opportunities for classes coming up in the first quarter. There's going to be a class that I'm going to teach with Dr. Veronica Tracy Smith on trauma and spirituality. We'll have a writing class with Reverend Bonnie Anderson. And in March, there'll be a new class on a book offered by Reverend Christie Hardwick, Radical Self-Tenderness. And speaking of books, you can still purchase Signs and Symbols of Our Ancestors, the book that Natalia Zukerman and I edited, which is comprised of 25 different stories of sacred communications from folks who have transitioned, but came to let us know they're still very close by in heart and in being. So it's a really great book, and we're very excited about it. We'll have it in our hands sometime in the first quarter of the year. And so make yourselves a commitment to find it on the website and share it with your friends. We appreciate all of that. So we thank you for tuning in this year. We wish you all the best in the new year. If you're able to come in and meditate on New Year's Eve from 6 to 6:45, welcome. And remember, wherever you are, however you're being the light, know that you are loved. Peace and blessings.
One family, one people, one planet, one love.